What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Unknown Smug, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video. Now today I'm going to be going over my badges that I rock on my 6-3 play shot, and exactly what badges I feel like you need to be comp on the 2s and on the 3s. So first things first, I'm going to go into showing you guys my badges and exactly what I rock, and then I'm going to highlight a few badges which I find are the most important badges to use, and then I'll explain why later on. So for finishing, I don't have all my finishing badges yet, even though I'm a high overall. I just don't really drive too much. I just throw it on contact finisher, fancy footwork if I have very little finishing badges. Those I find are the two most important finishing badges. When we go to shooting, I don't really rock the average. I rock some of the average badges, but I change it up the way I rock it. I kind of rock a different style. So I go Hudson 100 Hall of Fame, Ranger Center Hall of Fame, Quick Draw Hall of Fame, because those are obviously the most important. I go Green Machine Gold. I'll explain later in the video why I do Green Machine Gold. Difficult Shots Hall of Fame, and Tireless Shooter on Gold. Now I'm going to say one thing. I feel like the 3 most important badges to use as a shooter, if you are the main ball handler, I gotta say, aside from Quick Draw, because that's just speed, that's preference in the end, I say Range Extender Hall of Fame, Hot 100 Hall of Fame, and use Tireless Shooter on Gold. Now I'm gonna explain later why exactly to use Tireless Shooter on Gold when you guys see in the gameplay why I'm using it on Gold. Now next for playmaking, depends what I'm rocking. If I'm playing with a shooter, I'll run maybe like this, and then I'll go like that, something like that. If I'm not playing with a shooter and I just want to have some fun, I'll take this off and I'll go maybe like this because I got a high ball handle. So the rest on here, go maybe bronze on that and go gold ankle breaker. Now playmaking is just preference in the end. I say the most important ones to have are Handles for Days Hall of Fame, Quick for Step Hall of Fame. It doesn't have to be Hall of Fame, just maxed out to your art, like play style. Max it out if you have gold. And then no, not unpluckable. I say Dimer or Floor General has to be the third most important, because unpluckable, to be honest, I don't notice any difference with unpluckable or not. I still get ripped. Now let's go over to defense. I have 6, so I just went Silver Clamp, Silver Intimidator, Silver Pick Dodger. I usually used to rock this. I've just been trying to learn a new style, seeing how it is with the Intimidator. But I find the most important defensive badges, if you actually have a lot of defensive badges, is Clamps, Chase Down Artist, and Pick Dodger. Those, for a guard, those are the 3 badges you must have. Not Chase Down Artist, you don't have to have maxed out. If you have Hall of Fame defense, put on gold. I say gold or silver is the best for Chase Down Artist, but max out your Clamps and your Pick Dodger. Now I'm going to get into the gameplay, and I'll actually explain to you guys why I use these badges. So we're going to start off by going over finishing badges. So the 4 most important finishing badges I have to say, if you're a slasher in general, is Contact Finisher, Slithery Finisher, Fancy Footwork, and I say Acrobat. Now I tend to rock Acrobat decently high. I tend to max out Contact Finisher, max out Slithery Finisher, and probably max out Acrobat, and then go Fancy Footwork on gold, because you can still get a lot of stunts with Fancy Footwork on gold. I don't notice a difference between gold and Hall of Fame, whereas Acrobat is like, if you do a hop step and you lay it up, it helps you score better when you have Acrobat on, especially maxed out, because that's an acrobatic layup. As well as Slithery Finisher, when you're driving to the net, just in general, to avoid contact, you use that bat. It's super effective. I find my guy actually avoids contact a lot. Now we're going to go over into the shooting category. So for shooting, we're going to talk about Difficult Shots first. Difficult Shots Hall of Fame, I feel like, is one of the most important badges to have on a guard if you're playing with an inside center, because of the fact that your center can't pop out. So it's going to be, you're going to have times where you're not going to have a huge window of opportunity to shoot. And if you have Difficult Shots Hall of Fame, it is super easy to green your shots when you have that badge. Especially if there's like 5 seconds left on the shot clock, you got to come around a screen and quickly shoot right away, as you see me spiking a lot. That is what happens all the time in Park. But yeah, if you come around that screen right away, quick, difficult shots, green light, you're good. Now the next badge I'm going to talk about is Tireless Shooter. Now I always rock Tireless Shooter on gold. Doesn't matter what build I'm playing on. Even if I'm playing on a build that has shooting only on gold, I'll rock it on silver. This is because when you have Tireless, I've tested out Tireless Shooter on bronze, silver, Hall of Fame, and gold. And when you have it on gold, it is literally like you are shooting with stamina. It doesn't matter if you're tired, if you have stamina or not. It doesn't matter. Your tireless shooter literally makes it so you will not miss when you are tired if you time your jump shot right. That is why I like using this badge, because I don't care how much stamina I have, I'm still going to pull when I'm open, and I'm going to green every single time, especially with tireless shooter on gold, which is why I think it's a huge, very important badge. So I'll talk about green machine on gold, why I rock that. Now I rock green machine on gold is because it only activates after 2 shots. So the third shot is when green machine is going to activate. Now if you already green 2 shots, you should be good to green the third one. Especially if you have gold green machine. You don't need it Hall of Fame, because you already know your jump shot for the first 2. You did it without green machine. Now the third one, your green machine is going to activate. You don't really need a Hall of Fame boost. You can save that and put the badges towards something else. You know what I mean? So Hot Zone Hunter and Range Extender Hall of Fame are must. Max those badges out for sure. They are definitely the best badges in the game for shooting, aside from quick drops. It just increases your jump shot, but in terms of if you want to hit, Hot Zone Hunter and Range Extender are a must on builds. And so now let's go over playmaking. So Unpluckable, I tested out every tier of Unpluckable, and I do not notice a difference on any tier. It doesn't matter. You can rock Unpluckable Bronze and be fine with that. Floor General and Dimer, I highly suggest if you are playing with a teammate that's shooting that has in the 60s, rock maybe Hall of Fame or Gold Floor General and Silver Dimer, because I noticed they have a hard time shooting. Well, in terms of the people I play with, they have a hard time shooting when I don't have any Dimer on, but it makes it a lot easier. They won't really miss if you put that on, that combination of maybe Floor General Gold and Dimer on Silver. Now, Bailout is a very effective badge in this game, actually. All you need on is Silver, and you can literally bail out of almost any shot. Now, let's talk about Handles for Days and Quick First Step. Max those badges out all the way. Those are the most important badges if you are dribbling. If you don't have Handles for Days maxed out, you will not be able to dribble properly. If you don't have Quick First Step maxed out, you will not be able to speed boost properly. Just trust me on that. Now let's go over defensive quickly. So in terms of defensive badges, the most effective ones are Clamps and Chase Down. Chase Down, you only need it on Silver for it to be effective. Intimidator is another overpowered badge. But Chase Down, you only need it on Silver to be effective. And Intimidator, I'd say max that out, and Clamps max it out. But aside from that, it's personal preference as to your defensive badges. Now, I find with these badges, I can actually combo up the best in terms of offensively, shooting, getting stops on defense in general. I find those are the best combination of badges I've been using, and I hope it would change your game as well. Make sure to leave us a like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.